This Firefly RPG livecast and podcast may contain naughty, naughty languages because it makes us giggle and we enjoy it, but you have been warned.
Boobies.
Poop.
I feel like that's not ambiguous enough.
I don't know. No, I would say it's pretty unambiguous, actually.
When my ship is free of the open sky, it's a damn good day to my way of mine. There's a barren planet you never can leave. There's a rocky valley where we lost a war. There's a cross once hung around a soldier's neck. There's a man's faith died on serenity's floor. But I stood my ground and I'll fly once more. It's the last oath that I ever swore. So take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out into the black. Tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. You can't take the sky from me. Now when you see a man and he's standing alone, well, you might just take him for an easy mark. And there's many a man has tried his hand, and there's worse than walls in the borderland dark. From the savage men to the government pounds, try to take what's yours and tear you through. How but them that run with me's got my back. It's a fool don't know that his family's his crew. Don't you tell me what I cannot do. Don't you think I've got to run from you? Just take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out into the black. Tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. You can't take the sky from me. When you've walked my road and you've seen what I've seen, well, you won't go talking about righteous men. You know damn well why I want to keep to my sky. Never cry neath nobody's heel again. I've seen torment raped across innocent souls, seen sane men mad and good men die. I've been hounded, hated, married and tricked. I've been tortured, cheated, shot and tied. You won't see no tears when I say goodbye. I still got my family and my firefly. So take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out into the black. Tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. You can't take the sky from me.
And we are live with the next episode of the Firefly Tabletop RPG here on twitch.tv/Grakees, Grakees. How is everyone on this lovely, lovely day?
We're doing great, I think.
I spent 12 hours on my feet cooking for 100 people. And now I'm playing Firefly. So, pretty good.
So if you guys would like to go around the table for any new listeners or viewers to introduce yourself and your characters for them.
The 17th Doctor, Chaz Laserstorm, in-game.
Billy.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I didn't want to interrupt anybody. Sorry. My name is Berserker01, also known as Paul Shelley. I'm playing Billy Severe. Yes.
Reginald.
I'm the Killer Moose, and I'm playing Reginald Woodruff.
I'm Biohazard92 on Twitch, or Biohazard4524. I'm playing Seamus Callahan.
And I, of course, am Grakees, as you all know, and I am game mastering this entire scenario for them. Trying to, well, hopefully not kill them, because I don't like killing characters. It ruins stories. But put them into a lot of hurt.
Aren't you being all proper? I'm game mastering that.
Doesn't Firefly RPG use Space Master?
No, they use Game Master in the book.
Game Master.
It's Game Master.
Starts without number, uses Space Master.
Well, it doesn't all take place in space now, does it?
True.
Well,
But neither does Stars
yeah,
Without Number.
technically.
Also,
I mean, we
like
would
to point
consider
out,
it space.
I would like to point out, no, Dublar, you can in fact not gently rub a metal grater over my face, or extremities, or
I'm
anything.
not entirely certain why that would even be pleasurable for either of you.
Well, he asked me what I was made of, and at this point, it's mostly cheese because I've been eating a lot of cheese.
God.
I bet
That's,
he's delicious. I might have to throw that into an episode. Okay, so essentially last time on Firefly Tabletop RPG, these four got themselves into a bit of a situation. Yes,
It's all your fault.
they found themselves
I have no clue what you're
locked up in a room. Well, several little rooms. They didn't know why. They then proceeded to miss out on parts of a puzzle and instead blow up a section of these rooms. Only someone.
To be fair, I was sleeping through most of it.
This is true. One of them specifically blew up a section of that area and then got concussed and concussed again and concussed again and concussed again.
Hey, I fixed it eventually.
This all ended with them taking a look at a very unusual medical charity on the Alliance world of Ariel, where it turned out there was a hidden laboratory underneath, and some experiments were being done on a unknown compound, and they ended it being locked inside a room, choosing to do this to save themselves, as some sort of medical experimented on people came out of hidden, like, wall areas, essentially. They didn't even want their employees to know about whoever was working down there. So that is where, as if you listen to the first episode, the file ended. The file for this episode picks up with the four members of this motley sort of band of heroes on the world of Ariel in the slums. Now, you wouldn't think an Alliance world, especially one of the main ones, would have slums. They just tend to hide it very, very well. They do like their branding and image. So they have been cooped up as much as you can coop these guys up in this area, as the block, the entire block where the incident occurred, has been leveled. It has been attributed to a power line failure, as the powers that are generated on these core worlds are a little bit higher up. Think gas main failure. Took out the entire city block, and so they've been asked to lay low. And a character that made their appearance at the very end of the last episode, Lehan, has been coming and going in and out of these safe houses. And somebody's crunching something.
Berserker, that food better be delicious.
Because it is very freaking loud.
It's such loud food.
And now he's still muted while he's talking.
Fantastic. All that.
He unmuted
plan
it
is
just to
coming
go
together.
crinkle, 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 crinkle,
Yeah.
crinkle.
Yes.
He doesn't want to talk.
No.
His character will speak entirely in crinkles this episode, I believe.
Yeah.
Crinkles and
Also,
bangs.
I would like to
got
point out, Grakees, you missed the needed quotes on heroes.
Yes, heroes. Quotes, heroes. That's why I said it in the tone I did. I said it with the question mark at the end. Heroes? Are we sure? But yes, we left them off in a safe room in the slums of Ariel, and that is where we pick up. No map, just, it's a pretty sparse room. You've got a couple of beds, just a couple. Don't know if you did rotating shifts or if you guys snuggled up tight. You can decide that. But think a really crappy motel room, but worse.
Seamus is only ever the little spoon.
I can imagine Chaz Laserstorm is absolutely losing his shit because of the quality of the conditions.
I think I'm just ready to leave.
Look,
I've been spending most of my time trying to just figure out how to get out.
You're like, look
But you
at
also
that
have to
red
remember, I
combination.
spent a lot of time out in the frontier world, so I've stayed in some pretty bad places.
This place is 4 walls. It's amazing.
Yeah. The rats are only 2 centimeters big. That's an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 centimeters big?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't know where you find rats that are like that big, but I mean, like,
All right.
2 centimeters is not that
I think I'm gonna. Is there a door, Grakees?
There is a door.
I'm leaving. I'm walking out.
Okay, you could walk out just fine. That's why I said is contained as much as you can contain, you guys.
All right. Well, I'm leaving. So
as his bodyguard, I follow him.
there we go.
I'm going to leave a note. Mr. Hong Lee, I apologize. We got
Hong Lee.
bored.
No, we're sorry for killing like half of your crew. It wasn't,
We got bored. Sorry, didn't feel like staying.
Oh,
We mean no offense.
actually, let me ask you a question here, Grakees, because I don't know if we know the answer. Why are we here? Why are we in the safe room?
You've been asked to stay here to lay low, as the incident has eyes on you, and
What
there
kind of
are-
eyes?
hasn't specifically been stated what kind of eyes, but they're higher up, their alliance, and they wonder if you're responsible.
Also, did we have downtime?
Yeah,
In
how
between
long? How
this?
long in between?
How long in between? 3-4 days, maybe.
Would I have time to, like, do something with
Week tops.
what you can do in downtime, like specialize or something?
You
Well,
would
not
have had
specialize,
time
but
to...
like, for example, I would have spent those 4 days maybe, like, practicing, like, my punches and my jabs and stuff. Like, shadow boxing, I suppose you could call it.
Yes, you could have done that. You could have also worked with Lee when he was there.
Yeah,
So
'cause
I
Lee
would
was
have
a much larger
improved my fighting skill by working on my unarmed combat.
Yes, you could have done that.
I will now add punching to my fight. I am proficient in punching, which is the Irish way.
There you go.
And you know the
Yeah,
rules
well-
of Irish boxing, right?
Is there any way of getting in contact with Lee? I mean, I don't want to just. Well, I kind of do just want to walk away, but is there a way of getting in contact with Lee?
He's come on a relatively regular schedule, made sure that you had basic supplies. He hasn't
but-
left you any direct contact information, but if you wait a little while for him, you know he'll show back up.
All right.
He's
Well, I don't know.
been the one making sure to bring you food, which is rather unusual considering his high profile.
I'm getting a little antsy here, and I really just don't want to be on Ariel anymore. I've got shit to do.
Shows.
So I'm gonna give him a little. All right, I'll go back in. Seamus, we're staying for now. I'm gonna give him another visit, and then if he's not here by morning, what time is it now?
After you walked outside, you could tell it's mid-morning.
All right, if he's not here by the evening, I'm taking off. But for now, I'll just hang out.
Everyone else, have you advanced anything, or how have you spent your time in the room? Seamus obviously has been working on his hand-to-hand.
I'm
assuming that this safe
I'm
house
working on
has
the
one of
bottle.
those.
Drinking.
working on bottles and sleep and food.
Yeah, it's a lot of sleeping for me.
Yeah.
I'm like assuming that you've watched Arrow, the TV show.
Yes.
I'm assuming he has one of those poles with the like jet outs that you can like fight with to practice your like blocks and shit. So I've been using that.
Well, he didn't have one to bring to you. It's a pretty dumpy safe house.
I built one out of brooms and
I was gonna say, where the hell was
Billy's
that?
body. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't Seamus show me how to take apart my gun, because I kept one of those pistols from there.
I would have done that. I would have shown him how to field strip and clean a weapon. I would have told him about safeties and all that stuff.
you know the basics.
Because
Like,
Reggie has
this
no
is a
idea
trigger.
any of that.
This is how you reload it. This is where you don't aim it at yourself. This is how you
Don't
play
hold it
Russian
up.
roulette.
He like points
You just
it up
point-
and like as soon as the barrel goes anywhere near his face, like no.
Seamus is like, point it over at Chaz. Always.
Next
point
time
it away.
Billy calls you a bad name, just point it at it. That's...
How am I playing? Sorry, chat just said something. I apologize, everyone. I just want to make sure that my Twitch dashboard has
Says
us
you're
as
playing
Firefly.
He just needs to refresh his page.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure we're on the right thing for everybody. So.
Steam says you're playing H1Z1. Maybe you still have the launcher open.
Oh yeah, I still have the launcher open. I don't care. That's just an app in the background.
You're playing Firefly.
Okay, good. That way everyone can come here and see Firefly. Perfect. All right. So we have someone that was playing Russian roulette with Seamus going, no, don't do it. Seamus doing shadow boxing. Chaz, what did you do anything in particular besides sleep? Work on anything?
This doesn't increase.
I tried to get Billy to play Russian roulette with me.
No. I'm not stupid.
Do you want to live? Do you want to live forever? You want to feel alive, Billy?
Yes.
Let's go.
I want to live forever. I don't want to
If
be
you would only
alive.
play Russian
Why
roulette
do you
with a
think-
weapon.
I've felt alive enough dealing with crazy bandits and other crazy bastards on the frontier. I don't need to feel alive with a spoiled rich boy and
Is Chaz
And you
playing
felt
Russian roulette
really
with
alive
semi-automatic
smashing
weapons?
in the head of that scientist.
Laser and Dark and Magic are both revolvers.
Okay.
I think
No,
Billy
I'm not
would
using
only
a
play.
pistol here, kid. Come on.
Billy would
Jesus,
only
you
play
think I'm
Russian roulette
stupid?
with a toolbox, so you both like take turns hitting yourself in the head with the toolbox as he stays away. the longest.
Right. Yeah, and I've just been pestering Billy the entire time about playing Russian roulette, and
I keep telling him that we both grew up on the same planet. We both know how Russian roulette works. Both of us are not going to play Russian roulette.
Oh no,
You never play Russian roulette with a magician.
No, yeah, and that sounds like a bad idea. I'm sorry.
You
Here, I
obviously
just need
haven't
to check
spent
the
too many
gun real
times
quick.
Out in the frontier.
I know what sleight of hand is. Okay.
You haven't spent too much time out in the frontier worlds if you haven't played Russian roulette.
I've spent time in the frontier worlds. I played Russian roulette with bandits.
Seamus only plays
Well,
Ukrainian
so
roulette.
you only put one bullet in your gun when you play with bandits. Shoot bandits.
No. I mean,
That seems rather foolish. I mean, I always go-
bandits shoot at me and I don't have guns.
Okay, so as they're bantering about and Chaz is attempting to get Billy to do more Russian roulette, and
Billy, want to feel alive?
Rich boy. I know when you sleep.
oh, finally, after some time has passed, it's early afternoon, and Lehan does show back up, carrying food supplies, basic stuff, clean sets of clothes.
Is he carrying alcohol?
Yes.
I take one of the bottles and put it in my
entire
suit
mini
jacket.
bar. I still have the entire mini bar from the fancy hotel that I cleared out and stuffed into my gear before we.
Oh no, that's gone.
I've
You
got
drank
to
it. You drank
You
it.
drank
I
all
drank
that.
it all already.
Yeah.
The last 3.
It's been a rough 3 days.
I find the most expensive bottle and I just tug it into my jacket, just like Billy's not getting his hands on this one.
It's not that expensive. The selection
Well, the
is
most expensive.
It
doesn't matter if it's like $1 and $2. I take the $2 one because it's the most expensive.
it's more about effective rather than taste at that point. You basically have rubbing alcohol that won't make you blind.
Right. Well, that's good. Can you remind me what this guy? It's Lee Han.
Lee Han.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Family name's
I
Lee.
don't have
Han's
my-
first name.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Lee Han shows back up. He's sort of warmed up to you after this point, after basically calling you a bunch of fucking idiots when you let Ariel Thanier escape. Yes, he's blaming you for that. But he has warmed up to you at this point. I love the reaction is like, who? What? Who cares?
It's like I'm sorry.
Feel free
Who's
to
the
think
person
that
who
you want.
locked us in rooms and gassed us?
Not
Every
him.
time he brings up that she got away, Seamus kind of just like eyeballs Reginald because it's like he's the one that does the stupid stuff all the time. Blame him. He's just like a leader.
Every time he says that, Reginald just goes, "Bad intel," and goes back to doing something else.
Because like
Some
according
people
to
juggle geese.
the test we did in the first episode, like Reginald's the leader, right? Because he got out.
Well, that's what they think.
But like that's what they think. So every time.
Oh, that's no. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. It's all Reginald's fault.
Exactly. Just
No,
shift blame
that works.
Reginald.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep,
I'm
Why
gonna
don't you take the
intel.
blame and
Yep.
put it over Reginald's
No,
one?
I smell what your rock is cooking. I like it.
Yep, bad intel. So I shifted back on them.
Is it
I've seen
Irish
captains
potato?
play this game. I know how to do this.
So, yes, he shows up with the supplies, looks at, Chaz, who, again, is putting the revolver next to Billy and just tapping it. Just tapping Billy, tapping the revolver, tapping Billy, tapping the revolver. Seamus, who's off in the corner,
I think
punching
that,
at walls.
Like, after so much time of him tapping the revolver, Seamus would just like take the gun, pull the bullet out, and just be like, "There, now no one has anything to play with. Just stop. Just like shut up. You're not gonna shoot each other." Just,
I may be a raging psychopath with
turn
a
the safe house
pistol
around.
box, but guns aren't exactly my forte.
I will turn this safe house around.
All right, I'm gonna ask Leon what's up. So Lee, what the hell's going on?
Well, there's a bit of a problem. Remember when I was telling you why we needed to come here about eyes being on us and blame being handed out? Well, you guys can go. I need the place.
Cool.
For
All right.
what?
See you later.
Wait, hold on. For what?
They think it's me.
They think
Alright.
you blew the whole thing up. Oh, I did. Billy just starts laughing.
All right. Well,
I take this
Lee,
opportunity to hand him one of my business cards.
I say, Lee, it's a pleasure doing business with you. Bye.
Whoa,
I will
whoa,
also-
hold on a second. Hold on.
What? Yeah. What?
You know the family name. You know the money behind us. I need to be cleared, and this needs to be stopped, and quick. The stuff that she has, the stuff that she's been working on, not good.
You mean the stuff we were exposed to?
Yeah, you
The
also
stuff
mentioned
she
something about a
exposed you
cure.
to? Yeah. And she has that cure. How do you think she was so free to work around it?
Okay, this would have been good to know before we went there.
I didn't call you in. She did.
Wait, so she abducted us, put us in the things, and exposed us to the gas.
Yes.
So that's what Lee is saying, right? That's the medic. Yes. Okay.
Oh, yes. Everything.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, let me.
Everything that's happened is her. But she left the trails pointing at me. All of the voice changes that she made on the system that sounded like me. All of the files leading back to my family's company. Working her way up the ladder and setting up this medical charity. All of it was done to point back to me. I'm the fall guy. But I have money still. You prove me innocent, it gets unfrozen, and you guys get a rather large cut. Plus,
Lee,
keep a mass murderer from going free.
Who's the other magician that Chaz hates?
Lee, you realize that you know who I am, right? And you know I have things to do.
Yes.
Out of game.
But
who's that other magician?
He
one with the doves all of a sudden in the show where Chaz went, God damn it.
He just goes by initials JD.
So Seamus comes up with a brilliant idea of, like, he looks at the group and goes, why don't we blame that JD guy?
And we all just
like explosions. It's feasible.
Lee just looks over at you and slaps you across the head real quick. You don't even see the hand move. It's like a shoulder move, but you feel the back of his hand right across your face real quick, and he's standing there straight.
Slap him?
Yeah.
I just go, ah!
So,
I'm guessing she left the planet.
Oh, she's long gone. She is very long gone.
All right.
And I
I'm
don't
getting
know where
tired
she's
of this.
going.
Lee, do you know where she went?
No, she's long gone. No trail. I need you to pick up that trail.
Then
And
what do you need? Then what the hell are we supposed to do?
Chaz, you're
We've
going to
been
have some
gone-
better access. I need to talk to you for a moment. And he
All right.
points at the door.
I follow. All right, I go with him.
I follow Chaz.
No,
That's my
Seamus,
job.
stay. It's fine.
He sits again. I sit or lean against the
Good boy.
wall by the door
Good
and just
boy.
start drinking the booze. Just like, okay, whatever. And he just starts bottling the booze like he's high-necking it.
Mm-hmm. Go with the
Lee,
I'll go with Lee.
Mr. Lee, Han, he looks at you and he goes, like I said, I know about the access that your fame will get you. And
Mhm.
believe me, you're going to want this money to help you out. And here's a little starter, and he hands you essentially a cred pad.
Got you. I take it and look at it.
Go ahead and make a roll.
What do you want? What kind?
Your notice, essentially, your what is it called?
So, mental notice, and would this be my no as well?
Yeah, your no would
Okay.
work in this.
All right, so. All right. What is it? 4. Good. And actually, I think it's 2d8s, right? Yeah. 2d8s. Eight.
That's enough.
Okay.
You see the offer that he is making,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes perfect sense to you why it would be great for your career.
Right. Yeah, and I say to Lee that, it's a very generous offer. And if you hadn't kept me pent up here for 3 or 4 days, I would have been that much closer to finding her in the first place.
You wouldn't have made it off-world. You might not have lived 4 days ago.
Well, then you obviously don't know me very well.
But anyway, as I said, I need the room now, so you gentlemen, you're free to go. You can take the
Alrighty.
job or not. That's up to you.
Do you have a
Okay.
ship for
You're
us?
going to have to find a way
don't got much
off-world on
options
your
here.
own.
You don't have the ability to give us a ship because all of your assets are frozen, right?
Correct.
All right.
Wonderful.
So
We're
need
gonna
a
have to
ship
get us
lane.
a ship, gentlemen.
All right. So I leave. I go back in and I tell him, all right, let's go and find this bitch.
So you guys are now outside into the slums. It's a bunch of haphazard alleyways, things under construction, buildings being torn down. It's not exactly a nice area, but they still have some Alliance police patrols essentially moving through to keep it to less nasty crime. So you don't have a major assault or murder, but you might run into some robberies and things like that.
I'm going to find a
It's that
Cortex
type of
terminal.
area.
Well, gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that we should probably go back to our suite.
And
Oh, you're still paying for that?
Sure.
Cool. Let's go.
I can get some more booze.
And then we can access anything we need from there.
Yeah, because if we can find a place to buy a ship, I think between a couple of us, we should be able to buy a decent boat. We got to figure out what we want for a ship.
We also need to figure out where she is first. We need a lead. So when we get there, I'm gonna make a couple calls.
And apparently someone just had an idea.
That was me. I do. I have an idea. Exactly right. Hold on. Sorry about that. I don't know why. I have my headphones on, and for whatever reason.
All right. Well, I'm going to say something insanely profound and something that is very un-Billy-like, because it just crossed my mind as something Billy might know. I say, I do have some friends in the Alliance. They might be able to tell me if there's any ships that left at the ships in the area. If she's probably not on world anymore, right? So probably get you a list of ships. That left the planet.
That's not a bad idea, as you guys probably know from my famous person of interest page, whatever the heck they call them now. I started off in the Alliance Intelligence Academy, so I still have some friends there. So I'm going to give them a call, see what's going on,
All right.
if they know anything, if I can get any information from them.
Yeah, I figured I'd call my contacts, the people I know, and see if they know anybody. If they have like a list of ships that have left Ariel or anything like that.
But we should probably go to the suite first.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When we go to the suite.
Without much of an issue, you can get your way back to the hotel.
Cool. All right. So I go off into one of the bedrooms and I make.
I didn't say the suite.
Oh, I thought it was
The hotel. You're in the lobby.
God damn it!
When
We're
you
still-
get there, there
All right.
is a whatever the Firefly version, some sort of data pad. They don't like fire so much on these planets, especially. So some sort of like fake fire, candlelight vigil for Chaz Laser Storm.
You know, guys, I'm starting to think that we should go to my other suite.
And
Let's go to
the
another
crowd
hotel.
definitely notices you.
God damn it!
So
I would like to position myself in between him and the crowd.
You don't want me in that crowd. I would start killing people.
yeah, the
Then
crowd
put the
is
toolbox
it's starting
down.
to the crowd is definitely starting to mob Chaz and Seamus. We're talking about a few hundred people here.
Are there any noticeable like Alliance police?
Yes, they're there trying to keep control of the crowd during this vigil.
I want to like make eye contact with one of them, so that he knows, like, so that I can try and like signal him that don't plan on shooting anyone, but then like I put my hand on my gun. I'm just like I may need to draw this unless you do something about it. Like I'm like
Alright.
I'm
I'm gonna try and sneak out of there. I'm gonna try and trick my way and like illusion my way.
Okay.
Out.
And real
Can I
quick,
help?
for the Seamus thing, I'm going to make a roll.
Okay. Oh, okay, 2. Can't be that bad, right?
more like if the Alliance guys notice me.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
On a 1, they
Look,
would
so-
thought I was gonna shoot them.
All right. So look, if I can, if I disappear, if I can get away, you guys are gonna be fine, and we'll just meet back at the suite. So I'm gonna try and get away.
Can I help him somehow? Can I give him like an advantage on his roll or something by doing something?
You could. You could help him by distracting. You could come up with a distraction idea, describe it, and I'll give you a die to help him.
Damn, drawing my gun is a bad idea because I'm totally gonna get shot in the face. Do I have smoke grenades?
No.
Let's see. Look at my character sheet for a sec.
Okay. So can I use influence perhaps on this roll?
Can you use... Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Influence.
You could use influence as part of your sneak. I would allow it.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Could I use kind of a big deal? Could I get another D8 from kind of a big deal?
Kind of a big deal, no. That would actually work against you in this case because they're more likely to spot what's going on. You're trying to slink away, so you don't want to be noticed.
Fine, be that way.
And
All
the
right,
crowd is
I
mixed
will
enough
roll.
that your influence isn't going to get your specialization.
Can I help
no.
by using?
I
I kind of really want to make sure that he gets out of here because the crowd will disperse after he's gone. Can I use my officer of the law? Oh wait, I don't have any of those checks, so I can't use them. Oh, yes, no, I don't. I don't have it. I only have to use this as a D4 to earn a PP.
You can still.
If you describe something that explains how you would use officer of the law, you could at
Because
least get the
one of the
D8.
officer of the laws is
No, you don't get the sub
talk
item.
him. I get talk him down.
You can't use it if it's not
And then
checked.
when you try to defuse a charged situation, which is obviously everyone trying to get to Chaz, it says step up or double influence. Take a step up. Take a step up. Oh, take
Except you
or step
didn't
up a
check.
complication to do
You
both.
didn't check talk them down though.
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
So-
so it has to be checked.
Yeah. Wait a second. You're
And I
missing
can't-
one
and
of
I
your
can't
check
use
marks.
Officer of the law. What?
You're missing one of your check marks. I
No,
told you
I
to
have
make
war
two.
stories and my word is my bond.
Oh, war stories is the other one. All right, it wasn't checked in your
Yeah.
character sheet. It got unchecked.
Well, it is checked on mine.
Quick question. So for this, can I use? Is it a physical attribute or can I use social?
But
You can use social
I mean-
in this situation.
could I use an unchecked thing without taking the benefit, just as like a reason for being able to? Like I have talk 'em down. I wouldn't gain the step up or double my influence.
You could
But I
use
can
the
still use
D8
my
of it.
influence.
Yes. So describe how you're talking them down, and I'll give you the D8. I just want to make you have to act it out. So basically, a crowd's all around him going, "Oh my God, Chaz is alive!" And one of those
I
fans
think-
from last time that you definitely recognize, the guy fan is like at the head of them, trying to get a piece of
I
Chaz's
think
shirt.
I speak up very loudly, saying something along the lines of, Mr. Laserstorm will be holding a press conference in a few minutes. If you'll wait calmly in the other room, we will be out there to address any questions you may have shortly.
Like I'm also think I'm pretty good here because
I'm just trying to get their attention
okay.
so that he can sneak away.
Right.
Like, I want their eyes on me instead of on him.
All right. Grakees, for this roll, I just want to double check with you to make sure that I'm not.
Do you want me to roll my
anything
D8
that-
to see if it helps?
Yes, you get to roll the D8 to try and help him.
Oh, it's an influence, isn't it? Is it when you?
Does he get? Oh, because
Yeah,
he's trying to
sure.
influence him. That's right.
Basically,
It's an influence, so I use a D4, right?
no, because you're using your officer of the law to calm them down. You get your D8 to roll. However, just to say, when you do help someone, if you roll a 1, both people can get complications.
Don't roll a 1 chance.
I'm
Don't
not going
roll
to.
a 1.
4.
So, all right, go ahead, Chaz. What were you going to roll for?
Okay. So I'm going to roll social.
Yep.
I'm going to roll influence.
Yep. Without the
I'm gonna run-
specialization.
Yep, exactly. Perform, sneak, and trick. Right? Will that do?
Yeah, because you are doing a performance situation.
Right.
I'll give it to you if you describe the action in a perform kind of way, because I just want to hear what you're doing to sneak out, because I'm sure it's going to be something spectacular.
You want me to explain it first, or you want me to roll and then explain what happens?
Roll them and explain it just go ahead and roll them and then explain it. So we'll see how it goes wrong or goes well.
Right. All right, 11. Is
Okay.
that bad or good?
No, because you got to keep those 2 dice plus his 4, so 15.
Okay, 15.
15's a good
Okay.
one.
Okay.
You do get a
So
complication though.
Right. Okay, well, you can tell me the complication after I tell you the magnificence that is Chess Laser
Yep.
Storm.
Perfect.
So did my 4 actually help?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, okay.
Your
Well, that's
4,
good. Well
your
done,
4
Chess.
put him over the
So-
top. It was a 15 because this is a large group of people that know him well.
Yes. I cry out to the crowd. Thank you for coming and caring so much about me, Chaz Laserstorm, to help you, to reward you for your loyalty and your caring. I will perform a trick and will disappear. And I snap my fingers, a cloud of smoke, and disappear.
Is there anything else with the cloud of smoke?
Doves.
There they are. I was waiting
Always
for it.
Dubs.
I know that he has a signal, so I like open my bag and just throw the
Dubs.
Oh my God, Seamus was actually carrying the doves.
Absolutely.
He has him on a shoulder bag that
It's-
he carries for
a little
Chaz.
smelly sometimes.
Perfect.
And besides, I don't like to carry doves around because of the regulation issues that we have.
I was gonna bring that up and everything else because there was a 1 in the situation and it's not a huge complication. It's more this is just I have to do it. Seamus and Chaz will both get a complication on this one. Fine for illegal use of doves.
Oh boy.
So it's a D4 complication.
A D4 complication that, God, I can't ever imagine that it would be. Oh, well, yeah, no, I can actually see this coming up.
Yes.
We can just go pay that fine, and I am totally pushing that off to Chaz.
I'll pay it. It was worth it.
As part of my contract, all fines are to be paid by you.
Anything I do protecting you or your interests.
It's chargeable to Chaz Laserstorm Incorporated of the Laserstorm Inc.
That's a good idea because that's a shell organization.
No. It's chargeable to his manager.
Declare
It's a clause
bankruptcy.
that it says that his manager pays for all my mistakes.
Oh no, these are direct fines. You were the one holding the doves. You got caught white-handed.
There's just dove poop in the bag on my shoulder, which gives it away.
Officer, I swear to God, I have no idea where those doves came from.
Oh, perfect dove
That's
noise.
That's
Or is
not
that more of a
mine.
pigeon?
It's not mine.
It's not a dove, that's a pigeon. I don't know what you're talking
Seamus cheaped out on you. He used pigeons in the act.
about.
Look, they're like,
All right.
oh, what's the currency in Firefly?
So am I back?
Credits, essentially.
So am I in the suite now?
Listen, they're like 80 credits.
Yeah,
cheaper,
yeah.
man.
Chaz is in the suite. He managed to sneak to like a side access elevator during all the commotion, and everyone's like looking around amazed at Chaz.
I was actually standing on an access panel.
that you
and I
knew
s-
like led into
Yep.
the service tunnels.
Yep. And so I dropped in and then found my way to the hotel.
Get it? Who dropped in?
Oh, boy.
Or did you drop out?
Boo. I'm going to give you a complication bad joke.
Take 10
Do I need to
damage.
tell a good joke to resolve it?
That
You
would
can
resolve
try.
it. That would resolve it, but it's likely going to end up stepping up 3 or 4 times first.
My life. That's the joke.
Oh, that's so sad. I feel bad
What do
for you now. You broke your ankle.
running from the environmental police.
Yeah.
Trying to keep them the fuck
From Space PETA?
Space PETA and the Space EPA.
The park rangers, aerial park rangers. Trying to,
I just walk right past everyone. I'm waiting outside the sweet view.
all right,
Chaz is
I
already
just-
there, so
I
you
just-
can
I
get
just,
let in.
kind of
you can you have your own key. You can get it.
Yeah, you guys have your own keys, so you can get in. And Seamus, you were issued fines from the police in the area.
Yes. But
One
That's
for you,
true.
one
I
for Chaz.
disappeared, so they couldn't
one
find
is for
me.
Chaz. One is like in Chaz's name and one is in mine, right?
Yes, basically.
But you have to pay for both of them because I'm gone.
I'll just make sure that your manager reimburses me.
Right. Makes sense.
And then
Yeah,
see, it's like 50 credits each, so you end up paying 110 because he gives me 100 back for paying the fines, but he takes 10%.
Wait, no, these fines actually read as 110 credits. Not 100 credits. You misread it. Give me 100, 220. I'll pay them.
I get the money back from Chaz's manager anyway.
So, okay, you guys are in the suite at this point. No problems beyond Chaz having to disappear. That's what you get for being a famous magician.
What
I,
can you say, right?
I'm craving peanuts. So I go over to the minibar and find the most expensive canister or thing of pistachios.
Chaz, you have
Pre-peeled
like
and everything.
300 messages waiting for you at
For-
the suite
for me?
number. Yeah.
Okay.
And like the first, 299 of them read, Chaz, baby!
Yeah.
Delete.
Okay. I delete all of them without even listening.
I figured as much.
Is part of my job description to also screen all his calls?
I don't know.
God,
That's
that
up to
should-
Chaz.
Yeah, we're gonna have to negotiate that in.
I mean, I'm just finding
Alright,
out
so-
more ways to make money.
So you said there were 300, 299 were from my now fired agent. What about the last one?
The last one doesn't seem to be accessible.
Chaz, it's your mother. When are you coming home?
Okay.
Oh,
Like, is
sure. Never call. I'm just
Is it-
laying here thinking you're dead.
Is it encrypted? I mean, is it just corrupted, or does it seem to be like encrypted?
Roll.
What do you want? Notice or no?
No, this would be no.
And do I get my alliance intelligence?
Yes, you do.
What, is that
Your
a
mental.
D6? That's a D6. Right?
D6.
Okay. So I get a mental 8, 8, and a 6. So that's not going to do it, right? There we go. That did not work right. Why do I always do that?
So you rolled a math formula.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
How does that work?
Slashed a math
So
formula.
just press the up arrow and then fix the /R.
Yeah, I'm already halfway there. It's fine.
We're halfway. Is that what plays at all your shows, Bon Jovi?
You're gonna have to buy a ticket.
Oh, hot damn.
Well, it didn't work, but 10. Oh no, yeah, it did work.
It worked. 11.
right.
So, yeah, it looks corrupted, but you know it's encrypted.
Okay, I would like to encrypt it now, or decrypt it. I guess I don't want to encrypt it. I would like to decrypt it.
Okay.
Encrypt it, return to sender to play this game.
A text-only message pops up on screen.
Okay.
There's no 256-bit encryption on this message.
Now,
It'll take a supercomputer 14 days to decrypt.
All right, so it's a text message?
yeah,
Or text-based message?
a text-based message pops up on screen.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, are you sending to me?
Yeah, I'm pretty much trying to send it to you, but I can't find the file. Uh-oh. I imported it.
Lost the file?
Yeah, the file's
You
not
want
in
to send
here.
it? You want to send it via Skype?
Yeah, I can do it via Skype. I was going to do it as a whisper on screen as a backup, but...
That's all right. Just send it to me via Skype.
Yeah, that way I can't see it because I have your stream open.
Right, that's true. If you do it through Skype, nobody can see it
That's true. Now nobody gets to see this.
except me. It's a secret to everybody.
Ooh, so spoopy. Too spoopy 5 me.
It's a secret to everyone that's going to be said out loud in 5 seconds,
Yeah, yeah.
basically.
Chaz Laserstorm is so used to reading scripts and teleprompters that he reads everything out loud.
Everything out loud.
That would be a sucky personality trait.
Yes, it will.
There we go.
It's like some crazy fan is sexting you and you're walking down the street just reading all these dirty messages out loud. People are like, what the hell is he
Oh,
doing?
those messages are real dirty. I'm not even sure I can. I'm not even sure I can
This
share
is-
what I sent him
Wow.
on Twitch.
I think I'm about to block Grakees because this is extremely dirty.
And he's already seen
do
those
you make-
pictures.
Would I have
All
any
right,
indication
I'm gonna
that-
send. I'm gonna send back a message to her, and I'll send it back to you like that.
All right. Chess has crazy fans. And
You live
secret
in
girlfriends that you
Oh,
don't know
hashtag
about.
You wanna-
keeping it real.
You want to do? You want to do what to me? You're gonna have to explain that a little bit more in detail.
With his face stuffed with pistachios, Seamus looks up like, what?
All right, so I send a reply message back and just kind of shake my head. Guys, I might need the sweet tonight.
Yes.
I would like to check any terminal nearby if there's a way I can buy spy cameras that'll be delivered within 2 hours. Do they have Amazon Prime?
What's the Amazon?
Space Spamazon?
Amazon.
White Sun
Is that the word
Prime?
space in front of anything?
Right.
Space
This is,
Prime.
this is getting pretty bad. So, Billy, you're gonna check in with your alliance people, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, Greg, essentially what I'm gonna do is just kind of use the Cortex and try to get in contact with the folks I know. You know, like, no, I'm not talking like captains and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, you're
More
talking
like,
other mechanics, grunts.
other mechanics or air traffic controllers, those kind of things. Like people who might have information as to like the comings and goings of ships, and just being like, hey, can you help me out? Give me a favor, like call in some favors to try to get some of that stuff done.
Hey, this chick owes me money. Where'd she go?
Essentially, I'm just saying that there's this I'd say there's this person of interest that's I got a personal issue with that I need to hunt down, need to find, and I'm looking for this person, and she left the planet in time between here and here, and that kind of stuff, and giving as much details as possible to them so that they know that they can give me the specific like comings and goings if they saw anything, if there's anything flagged as being odd or that kind of stuff.
There is a mechanic that you could get in touch with.
Most engineers that he contacts think that he's talking about contracting some venereal disease and he wants to get revenge. I'm looking for this woman. She did something.
This
it's actually
one-
not that far. I woke up. This woman did something to me. I'm sick. I need a cure.
Yep.
Yeah, this one There is one available still working in this region, and by region I mean Ariel specifically, or that planet area. Maybe not in your specific part of the planet. It's pretty easy to get around on the planets and everything else. However, little bit of a complication. Things weren't left off too well between you and her.
Oh, with me and this mechanic?
Yes.
You gave her herpes.
Oh boy.
I love the face, the look.
Over toolbox.
Hey, you know what? She asked. It was between me. It'd be between her and the toolbox. Toolbox is staying.
You never mess with a woman's box.
Never got between a Billy and his toolbox. Girl box? Toolbox.
All right. So do I have to do some rolls to kind of like try to talk to them? Try to talk to her.
Yeah. You can. Basically, you could make a call and see if you could persuade her to get some information. So if you want to make the call, you can. Okay, so you are going to make that call?
Yeah, I'm gonna make that call.
Well, while he does that, I'm going to go in to my bedroom and sleep because, well,
It's
it's
Chaz.
far more comfortable bed.
So Chaz has that like extra king with the 20 pillows on it and the satin sheets and
the mirrors on the
On the ceiling.
Absolutely.
he has
And,
mirrors all over the room. It's floor,
more-
ceiling, walls. It's mirrors.
Right.
It's a mirror
Right,
box.
but more importantly, I just don't care.
All right.
Seamus is still
So
eating.
what should I roll? Should I roll?
Well, so basically you would start up the call with Trish.
Trish.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll call her up and just be like, "Hey, Trish, long time no talkie.
Billy Seaver. Boop. Disconnected.
He suddenly gets 20 messages. You lying piece of shit. You pig. You
I call her back.
giant list of Chinese swear words.
Like I try to call her back and try to get her to hold up and or to not to hold, like the second she picks up, like don't disconnect. Do not disconnect. I've got things that I need done and I can help you. I swear I can help you, but I need some help.
You have 30 seconds to get explaining to me real quick exactly what it is you need, Billy Seaver, because I'm doing a Type 3 manifold retrofit. So, clock's
Yeah,
ticking. Get
Okay,
going. Now.
There is somebody who has done something terrible to me, and I need some help finding them.
And this is bad because...
Because she is out to hurt more than just me. Yes, she. Is bad guys coming only one gender now? Is that what we're saying?
Sexist.
Wow.
With a face full of pistachios, because Seamus is still eating pistachios. He hears that part of the conversation and goes, "That's sexist." He's eating pistachios.
I think sexually just be like, listen, it's more than just me. It's that whole greater good bullshit we were fed in training and stuff like that. It involves me, but involves more than just me. So that's why I'm calling you up in the first place. You think I'd call you up after everything that's happened between us, just to chat or to, I don't know, shoot the shit?
You still have my favorite wrench.
I'll give it back. That wrench will come back to you. In fact, I could probably get you a Type 9 manifold with the fold compressor and the
Flux.
the flux
Capacitor.
rotator cuff that you've been wanting for that piece of junk you call a ship that you've been fixing up.
Did you
Piece
just
of
call my...
go Piece of go son.
You called my ship a piece...
I called your ship a piece of go something when I was
Click.
when we were working together. You know I would call that thing a piece of go something.
You're talking to a blank screen.
Oh.
You don't insult someone's ship. You get a text message across the screen from that same, location with an address on the planet and where you can drop off the wrench or send it.
It's not a shipping label for a wrench.
It's essentially a shipping label for a wrench, but it's a drop-off or ship location with shipping in all caps and bold and underline.
This is not for courier shipping.
Okay, so actually, I get it. So I sigh, I look through the toolbox, and I find the wrench, and I'm like, but this is such a good wrench. And I just kind of I cradle it, and stroke it.
Billy,
Okay.
what are you
She
doing?
doesn't deserve you. She doesn't deserve you at all.
Did I
She
hear
just-
this
she just puts
conversation?
you in a piece of ghost something, and
How much of this conversation would I have heard?
I'm speaking out loud. This is just.
Oh, you would have heard this.
No, but very loud about
This
it.
is out in the
Did I hear her
open.
side as
It's
well?
okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
oh, yeah.
I understand you're going.
I walk over and I
being
just
cradled in
take a-
silk to being tossed in dog shit. But it's okay. It's okay.
I walk over to Billy, take a few credits out of my pocket, and just slide them between the wrench and then tighten it so that it's if it's an adjustable wrench, then I just make sure the money's stuck in the wrench. It's like that'll help.
Okay. If I heard the conversation, I walk up and I smack Billy upside the head. You don't insult someone's ship.
What? It's a piece of ghost song. What do you expect me to do? Huh? Tell it
don't
that
matter.
it's the best damn thing in the verse. It's no way that's happening.
Does it hold atmosphere most of the time, or does it get off the ground?
No, neither.
Then it's not a ship yet, but you still don't insult it.
No,
Why
that's
do you
not a
think
ship.
she's the top 9?
That's a box.
And Chaz, they are being quite loud, and your room isn't soundproof.
I come out. I'm like, so your contact is a woman. Yes,
Did you say woman?
lady,
Said,
female.
Yes, she is a woman. She's a mechanic woman,
She's a robot?
What's her name?
basically.
What's her name?
Trish.
All right, give me.
No. I don't know if she'd be interested in tickets or anything from you. She's like I said, she's used to engines. Unless you've got a brand new fusion engine hidden somewhere in this place, you probably wouldn't want anything else.
Now, why send her wrench when you can send her a toolbox?
Because she's got a toolbox.
A new toolbox.
She's got a toolbox.
A shiny toolbox.
What do you people don't understand? Not everything that's shiny and new is necessarily a good thing. We're talking about a woman who's building a ship out of nothing. Literally nothing. Okay?
I just know the shiny SMG shoot better.
All right, I'm gonna call Trish up.
Okay.
Go for it.
Well, actually, let me, Billy. What? Well, I'm gonna pass it over. What information are you trying to get from her?
Oh, I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out. She knows the area. If I'm right, she's still with the Alliance, right, Grakees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she knows the area. She has access to the files and the local Alliance networks, and can get us access to shipping, like what ships that have left and come, registration numbers, those kind of things, so we can figure out which one is most likely hers. She has that ability to get to get those files for me.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna call Trish up, and I'm gonna try to persuade her.
Are you going to take a
influence
page
her.
out of your manager's book, and if she answers and go, Trish, baby?
You'll just have to find out. So I'm gonna try and persuade her.
Oh, okay, so you start the call up.
Or influence. Yeah. So yes.
Billy Seaver, you just called my ship a piece of ghost.
I'm sorry. This is Trish, right?
Yeah, I've seen your face somewhere.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Listen, my name's Chaz Laserstorm. I'm
And
I'm an acquaintance of Billy. He's kind of obnoxious, but we've kind of been thrown in together. And I was wondering if a pretty
obnoxious,
little,
you got it right.
right? Oh, no, but nobody really likes him. But we got to tolerate him from time to time. And
I smack him in the back of the head. If I'm here, I can hear him, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I smack him in the back of the head. Nobody likes me.
You see what I'm have to deal with here, Trish.
I kind of like
I'm
start
hoping.
pushing you
Look,
away.
the problem is that we're in a bit of a bind, and I was hoping that a pretty little thing like you might be able to help us out. Do you need me to roll?
Yeah, I need you to roll on this.
Okay. All right. It's a social influence with the women.
Yes, you do get your specialization.
And can I get a trick on this as well?
No, you're not really trying to trick her outright. You're just trying to influence her.
Be that way.
If he gets
So,
a really high roll, he
2d10s
gets
and a
to
6.
borrow her ship for our purpose.
I don't think I can roll that high.
Can we borrow that piece of ghost? Oh wait, no, don't call ship piece of shit.
1d6. One of these days I'll get this one right.
Ah, the roll system.
Yeah, gotta get used to it. 2.
That's a 6.
That is a 14.
And
That
then-
is a 14.
and a 1.
Yeah, I don't tell.
I
same
saw
team.
the one. You same teamed it. Complication will be her ship is not flight ready.
Okay. All right.
So that's the complication that kind of ends up hitting all of you.
Okay.
If you rolled high enough, her ship was going to be ready, but nope.
But I do
Then
get
we have to roll for being allowed to.
Yeah,
use.
she kind of starts to like blush and get a little bit flustered and everything else. Well, you don't like Billy, so what can I do for you?
But actually, Grakees, do I get a big damn hero die for that?
Yeah, you beat it by that much.
Yeah.
So, yep,
Okay.
you would get
So I get a
a
d6.
D6 big damn hero die.
Fantastic. All
Is
right.
she attractive?
Do I need to roll? Do I need to roll for
I don't know. Do
this?
you like grease everywhere?
Depends.
I mean, lubrication is required.
And this is why we have the disclaimer before the show.
All right, hold on. Let me
Hey,
roll a
I'm
d20.
talking about
here.
engine parts, okay?
Yeah, yes.
Exactly.
Getting the
You know-
motor running.
You know, crankshafts and
I've always found an 11 to be a rather auspicious number.
Why'd you roll the D20 again?
Well, if you roll
Roll
for
for
hotness.
Oh, for hotness.
11's
What
pretty
you're supposed to do, right?
average. to me.
Wouldn't I roll for it though? Because I'm creating
exactly
the
why
NPCs
I
here.
have
That's
a
true. Okay,
pink-
go ahead.
that's exactly why I have a pink D20.
There you go.
That's my no, she
All right.
is just covered in grease.
Anyways,
She's a
So-
muscular military woman
so
with
Trisha, I
grease
will.
and frazzled
You know,
hair.
She
but-
was this type.
We're trying to find somebody who left the system a couple days ago, and I have heard that there's nobody better to contact than you to find somebody who's left Ariel in the last few days. So that's why we're calling.
Finding? No, I don't deal in finding, but I do deal in ships.
Okay. Anything you can? Well, we're currently in the market for a ship. Is there any that are available currently?
Define available.
Ready to take off immediately, like next 24 hours.
We've got 3. I
All
could
right.
point you to 3 different ones. There's a few different possibilities, and well, let me just send you the information by text, and here's the code, and she just rattles off a bunch of numbers
Okay.
and disconnects the call real quick, all like, glancing around and everything.
Okay.
So you get
She
an
wasn't
encrypted
supposed
file.
to do that.
Yeah, you
All right.
get an encrypted file sent through as a blast through what is obviously a bunch of different networks, and you definitely shouldn't be seeing this information.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But accessing it, you have essentially the option of 3 different locations. You have one, which is a high-profile Alliance interceptor ship. It's heavily guarded, but it's ready to go. So you've
Heavily
got...
guarded. So what you're saying is we aren't going to actually be able to...
Which one has the biggest guns?
Probably the one that's the most guarded.
Okay. Keep going. All right. So what's the next one?
The next one is a secure transport. So, you know, it's definitely got some mercenary guards around it, but it doesn't have
So
alliance.
like one of those armored, like the equivalent of an armored car that they use to transport money.
Yes, essentially it would be like a space version of an armored car to transport money. So it's got some weaponry to it, but it's not, you know, the fastest thing out there. And your third option is, well, there's a junkyard where you might be able to salvage something. There wasn't
Literally
a
a
lot
race
of
car.
information about it.
Not a lot of information.
About
the
what
junkyard.
ship was there. Not a ton of information about the junkyard, but last reports had it as basically it wasn't really being watched at the junkyard because it's a junkyard.
Okay. I think we should probably check out the junkyard.
Hold on a second. I'm going to pop on the Cortex. Is there any place legitimately selling spaceships around here?
Oh, there's a lot of spaceship dealers around, yep.
Anything decent for a decent price?
A lot of options at a decent price.
You don't even have to pay tax on it because it's for your business.
The difference is, of course, that if she's giving you good deals on ships, she has insider knowledge. Is the best way I guess I could say it. This is what I'm assuming. This is because she's kind of like how if you know a mechanic in an area, they may know the best ships or the best cars in the area. They may know somebody who's been like, oh, I've been working on this ship forever, and it's a really good design.
No offense to your mechanic friend. A lot of these look like these are awesome ships that you're going to need to file the serial numbers off when you land on the next planet.
That's the only kind of ships you should be using.
Okay. Here's a problem that I'm seeing with purchasing a ship legitimately. We're probably going to want to stay under the radar here.
Yeah.
So stealing a ship.
Stealing a ship that nobody can trace to you is going to be a hell of a lot safer in terms of keeping a low profile than purchasing one that has your name registered to it.
Yeah, stealing something that has a lot of guards is going to be like, oh, that's obviously been stolen.
I don't think that we should go after the Alliance vessel. No,
But that's the one I want.
It's pretty.
Here.
Guys,
I'm pretty sure we can.
Seamus is just on the Cortex comparing the 3 ships and looking for the one with the biggest guns.
Trish
And
obviously
nerding out over it.
wasn't supposed to give us this information.
Beyond wasn't supposed to.
Right. So I think we don't have to. Look, we don't even know where to go yet. So there's no harm in going to this junkyard and checking it out. And we can continue to think about possible leads to finding where the hell this woman went.
Hold on. I have an idea for that.
Okay.
Is there a branch of the shipping conglomerate on this world?
There's branches of the shipping conglomerate on basically every world.
Do they handle passenger transport on this world?
No. The shipping conglomerate primarily, especially from the descriptions that you said, was containers, crates, not as much passenger transport. So
You know what? I'm going to give them a call anyways.
Have you ever put a lounge chair in a container?
Yes. Passenger transport. I could tell you stories about a firefly with a couch strapped to the floor in the back. But, yeah. So I'm going to call up the local branch office.
All right. You of course, can get through to the operator. And
I'm
I'm
looking
trying
to
to
find
remember
out
the
about
name of the company.
a ship that's probably... Basically, I want to know what ship's left in the past couple of days. I'm looking for someone that might have headed out. I don't know what you guys track or if a pilot's seen something.
I can certainly get you that information, sir. Though your access... Well, your access has been reduced, it seems.
Yeah,
But
should have been about 3 years ago.
no, more recently. Within the past few days. However, I can get you the more recent shipping manifests, and you get a list, and it's several thousand pages.
Okay, thank you very much.
Because you're talking about it, even you're talking about the core worlds and shipping like this. So you've got several thousands of pages of small ships, big ships, medium ships, ships that are blue, ships that are gray.
Are these all filter terms?
No, he just sent the raw list because he didn't do any filtering on it.
I
I'm
was
sure you
specifically-
could put it in and
There-
filter it, though.
Like the sort by color option on a
Well,
shipping manifest.
I'm going to
Good.
thank her. I'm going to sort by any ships that I know that have or can have pressurized cargo compartments.
There's- There's a couple
Oh, because she
hundred.
needed to get the probably needs like to get some of that stuff off of, doesn't she?
Yeah, there's
any pilot who has hazmat, basically.
there's a couple hundred of them, and especially because of the regulations on bovine transport.
No.
No space cows my ass.
There's no cowboys in space.
I'm going to narrow it down to ones going to non-alliance planets.
There's about 30 or so.
That left within exactly 3 to 4 days ago, within a day of when we were
Yep.
trapped.
Yep, within a 48-hour window of that.
Okay, if they went through our company, it's one of these 30.
Seamus is as uninterested as he can be because he does not like looking at shipping manifests.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
actually still looking at that Alliance Interceptor because like it's all sleek and sexy and has big guns on it, and it's like he's just like drooling over the fact that it's like a 40mm cannon, just like I want one.
40, that's the small.
Yeah.
That's the smallest cannon, and then it's like there's a 204mm. You have the 104.
Well,
That's like the biggest thing on an AC-130. So there's like a giant thing on.
Yeah.
right. While this is happening, I'm going to ask Billy if there are any other contacts that could help us get something in terms of shipping manifests, IDs, somebody who might know something about where she is going.
Meanwhile, Seamus is pulling Reginald over and like, look at it.
Billy,
I know.
you can roll a no. So that's your intelligence and your no. Let me pull up your character sheet. Yeah. Yep. Your mental and your no. Billy?
Oh, sorry, what was that?